This YCN segment is brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Lake Sunapee in Newberry Harbor.
Welcome in, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, and this week, got some stuff to talk about. Baseball is all wrapped up, obviously. We got Celtics in full swing. Patriots, their season is just about at the halfway point when it comes to the bye. That's coming up in terms of games played. They're past the halfway point. Yep. And speaking of that, a big win on Sunday night. A game that was hyped all week between maybe the two best quarterbacks playing right now, Brady and Rodgers. We'll get to that in a little bit, but right now the game, the win, pretty impressive the way the Patriots, I know it wasn't as high scoring as people thought it might be, but their defense, just overall, your thoughts of the game, good win.
Yeah, I thought, the secondary could have been a little cleaner, but for the most part, the defense really stepped up. I thought the pass rushing was good. Aaron Rodgers looked uncomfortable. They made him kind of roll out of the pocket a number of times. They forced some turnovers. That was good to see. I mean, that defense has just looked so paper thin recently. Right. So it's good to see them locked down and really against one of the best quarterbacks who's ever played the game.
Yep.
Really good to see that. It has me hopeful for the future with this defense, definitely.
Right, and the week before that, they played on Monday Night Football in Buffalo, obviously holding the Bills to only 6 points. Yeah. Now, some will say, well, that's not much, it's the Bills. But in the NFL, you got to make those plays, and you got to get those wins and that defensive stands when you can. And then they followed up with that big, I think it was pretty impressive against the Packers. I know, the first drive, the Packers went down the field, scored. After the Patriots had scored, it looked like it was going to be one of those high-scoring games, kind of like we saw the Chiefs and the Patriots play. But then they kind of settled down. They forced some turnovers. This defense has the potential, and it's this time of year, the second half of the year, where Belichicks seems to usually start putting things together. And I think we could see a little bit more of this in the second half of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And, guys like Kyle Van Noy and Flowers, Trey Flowers, those pass rushers are finally getting in there and disrupting the quarterback. It just seems like when the quarterback has time to throw, it's a completion.
Right.
Every time the quarterback, the ball's coming out of his hands, you can just assume they're going to get the yards, probably a first down. So it's good to see these guys coming in and disrupting Aaron Rodgers. And like you said before with the Bills, really a backup quarterback was playing that game. So 6 points, that's good to see. But really, that was a test going up against the Packers. That's a huge win for them. And what have the Patriots won? 6 games in a row now? Or what
I believe so. After starting 2-2 after the bye, or after Edelman came back, and they haven't lost since then. And obviously winning before he came back, so they're on a little bit of a roll. And winning games on the road, like I said, against Buffalo, winning games at home that they're supposed to win. That's the big thing in this league. You win the games at home, you win the games on the road that you're supposed to, and things can happen. And we'll talk about the AFC picture later in the show. But going back to that offense, an offense that, even without Gronk again for the second straight game, didn't look like it missed a beat. How long can they survive without Gronk and maybe without Michelle? I mean, he might be back this week. But is this offense good to go without them?
I mean, I think any team is better with Gronk on the field, right? A healthy Gronk. But we've seen the Patriots win Super Bowls without Gronk before. So, I mean, I think they're going to do what they have to do without Gronk. I mean, really, I think I'd prefer for them to have him rest and come back after the bye week, take advantage of that bye week, which is coming up. Because, a healthy Gronk is so much better than a not healthy Gronk. I think I heard recently Gronk has only been targeted twice in the red zone this season.
That's possible.
Which is just mind-blowing. I don't know how that happens, especially with Edelman out for a while, and the offense was so bad at the beginning of the year. But this team, since that Lions loss, they have turned things around, and obviously guys like Josh Gordon and Edelman, they're back. It's a different-looking offense. They are rolling again. It feels really good.
Right, and in that first game when they played the Texans, that might have been one of the targets to Gronk, because I know he scored a touchdown the opening drive in the red zone, so that might have been one of them. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, just because this offense has other weapons. And, James White out of the backfield. Obviously,
James White has been huge.
Josh Gordon's coming into it, obviously, with Edelman back. I agree with you. Keep Gronk on the sidelines, maybe for another week, and then you get the bye week. You get the Jets coming out of that. So you're right. They need him to be healthy. Obviously, they can win without him, but you'd rather have him, as you said.
Absolutely.
Now, going to that quarterback battle, it wasn't as much of a battle as we had hoped. Brady and Rodgers, two of the best quarterbacks ever, two of the best playing right now. Who is the best? Who is the greatest? And are they both great in their own way?
I mean, they're definitely great in their own ways. Aaron Rodgers, give him credit. He said, leading up to this game, Tom Brady is a unicorn, right? With his age and the championships he's won. I mean, if you look at championships, most people use that to kind of determine who's better. Tom Brady has 5, Aaron Rodgers has 1. Right? And Aaron Rodgers even said that, 5-1. There's no debate. So credit Aaron Rodgers. He knows that. I mean, Tom Brady, I think, is better. We've seen him be more consistent for longer, be more successful with the results. But Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he's a top 2 quarterback, and he would probably be number 1 quarterback right now, if not for one of the greatest all time, and Tom Brady currently playing.
Right, and also the fact that even Brady has acknowledged that Rodgers has the weapons, meaning physical gifts.
Right.
He's much better passer.
More athletic.
A pure athletic,
run.
a pure athlete as opposed to Brady. He knows he's got some shortcomings, but obviously he leads in the ring count, and like you said, that's kind of what matters, 5-1. So we'll see how the rest of their seasons play out. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk some Celtics. They're off to a little bit of a slow start this season. Talk to Andrew, see if he's worried about the Celtics team. You're watching YCN Sports Talk.